Yet again, the winds are blowing. Hopefully that's keeping the snow at bay for the time being. Because we have stumbled upon what we have been looking for. This is going to be fun.
We're at an elevation of 8,200 feet. And silver was first discovered in this area in 1920. Now, this was one of the smallest mines, and to my knowledge, it's only got one known shaft.
You see that little metal A-frame there? That was to hold probably excess air pipe, vent pipe, things like that. Just outside these entrances.
Now these two entrances must lead into one, because I said apparently there's only one known main shaft. Most of the production was done between 1952 and 1958, and unfortunately they had a mass cave-in and 3 miners lost their lives and are still buried. They were unable to be rescued.
Yeah.
So their bodies are still somewhere inside the mine, which is really sad.
That is very sad for the families, for the miners. It's got to be one of the most terrifying feelings, knowing that that's it, your time has come. And if they survived the collapse, knowing that there's no way out.
And you can see this shaft goes down quite a way, an incline. You can see the rails as well.
That does go down at a decent angle. So that would have been, I wonder how they hauled these carts up and out of here. That would have been quite the workout.
Totally.
As you can see on this large metal door, danger, keep out, unsafe mine. So we're just going to shoot down from this doorway. We're not going to go any further.
So it goes back a long way. That's a bend, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a bend.
So I wonder whether or not this does link into the shaft at the left.
That's possible. The one at the left goes down.
So
At some point they have to meet up, I would imagine.
I'm not going to go in. I just want to show you've got cardboard boxes here. Obviously they're new. You can see the pipes. Christmas tree lights.
And a coat hanger.
And a coat hanger. And is that a metal ladder? Or I don't know what that is.
Just right next to the doorway here, we did step inside 1 foot to get the in and out board.
So I guess the miners would have their little numbers and clock in, clock out, so they would know who was in the mine.
Right, and then here you can see next to the number, there's a little hole. There would have been hooks here, so their ID tag hanging on when they're in, when they're out.
Still got a couple of names.
Megorian.
And
Saloy.
So, how do you pronounce that?
I would say Saloy.
Oh, okay.
Could be Salois.
Now apparently the bullion was made into ingots and then transported to the nearest town where an aeroplane was waiting to fly them off to the mint. And each time the shipment went down the mountain, it went a different way for protection purposes.
Right, so they couldn't be robbed.
Uh-huh.
That's a good idea.
So this must be the workshop. Yeah. You've got all the adapters and
Hose connectors, clamps, couplers.
cable clamps, pipes. They had electricity up here because there's a...
Yeah, you can see the electrical box back there. It's really cool this is all still here.
Where it's probably been cleaned out, there might have been a lot of old pieces.
Parts left. There could have been. Perhaps when the mine was shut down, the company may have taken a lot of this back to reuse somewhere else.
The mine was shut down in 1958 after the accident. Oh, the brush is thick. And nature is taking its course and reclaiming it.
Breaking through the back wall. Well, this was the easy route up.
Yeah, but looking at that wood, I'm not climbing that. Doesn't
No.
look particularly safe.
It doesn't. We'll find another way. All right, we have made it up. You can see the stairs just right there above the building in the center of the screen. And just off to the side, you can see the remains. There would have been a wooden walkway that continued up here to these steps, which continue up to our next destination. All right, we are now at the next building.
This is really strange, this one, because it's just straight. You go through room to room to room. So would this be maybe a supervisor's house, a boss's house?
It very well could be. It's the shotgun style. You see straight through to the other side.
This looks like where a stove would have gone.
Yep.
And have you seen this behind you? Directly behind you. They've got this wheel roll that they've used as a table.
Or somebody's put it in here for a table.
It's again all wired up with electricity and light fittings.
And that window's all boarded up. I've still got the electrical cable in the sockets here. Electrical wiring. Now the very last room. Wonder if they would have hung keys and things on here.
Another stove would have been here. Some sort of heater, you can see the vent.
Yeah.
Oh, no explore will be complete without having a look at the outhouse.
Mm-hmm. And it's still got some toilet paper in there.
I wouldn't look down it. But it's got a rear window.
Nice ventilation.
And let's go further.
See here, there's a little door to the double outhouse that has blown down.
So this would be one of the bunkhouses for the miners.
I would imagine so. Yeah, there's still some beds in here. There's a series of these. I won't step up because of the way the floor looks there. Here we go. Here's a shot between the two lower ones. Stairs leading up to two more on the upper level.
So from what I can tell, the way the design was, obviously this would be the front door looking in, and then there'd be 2 rooms either side. Now, they've got electricity, so I'm wondering whether or not there would be bunks in both rooms on either side.
That's a possibility.
So again, you see you've got the 2 rooms with shelving in the corner, and then in the middle, I wonder if that would have been like a wash area.
Wash area, cubbies.
There's an electrical plug in there, I can see. And then would there be 2 more rooms around this side?
Yep, same design as the others. This one
It's got the carpet
still
on.
has carpeting, yeah.
But we don't know how sturdy the floorboards are, which is why we're not going to venture in.
Yeah, the floor's bent quite severely in sections, so it doesn't look very stable. It would appear that this little building would have been probably a hot water heater right there. See, there's some electrical and then water pipe all throughout here. There's another old couple water containers. Came up to the next series of buildings. This one's quite bizarre. You can see these doors would give you the impression that they could be either showers or toilets. But there's more rooms. Still carpeting in there. And then just show you the stops just right here. We'll open these doors. And there's the end. Reached the top of the complex now. This is the first little building, so we'll go in and check it out.
This looks like a workshop.
Yeah, I'm getting the same impression. So if you look here on the floor, they got this pretty big steel plate. Not sure what that was for. And then as you can see, there's electrics that are run all the way through here.
Now, one thing that not bothers me, but I'm curious, is the documents that I've read said that there's only one main shaft, but we've seen several, so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and obviously right outside here, we'll go in a second, there's another shaft. It looks like an incline shaft, so that is weird.
What do you think that thing's there?
It could be a bench. Looks like it's on its side now. But yeah, pretty much everything's been stripped out of here. See here, this is what we were talking about. There's a hoist there just above what should be an incline shaft. So we'll get closer and check it out. Like Andrea said, the one supposed to only be one shaft, one main shaft, and that was down below. We looked at that earlier. So this is interesting. Unsafe mines. Yep, they've closed it up, so that is definitely an incline shaft. See if I can get a better look. Here we are on the left side looking down. You can see the ladder and it's got a few broken rungs, but we'll try to see if we can zoom into the darkness. I can see a little bit there.
Oh, hang on. Is that better?
Oh, there we go. There's one more building up over here, so we'll peek our heads in and see what this one is all about. Looks in pretty good shape from the outside here. So what is this one?
These are just all core samples.
Oh, wow.
But they're not in tubes, they're in bags.
Yeah, that's different. I've never seen that before, but there's quite a bit. That's really cool. At the top of this hill, there's one more little building. Looks like that's an outhouse, but a little too steep to get to now. On our way out, we found there is one more shaft. It is all boarded up, so I'm just peeking around the corner. Can't tell how far back it goes, but right here on the shelf, can't really get a good angle, but there is like an old coffee tin in there. But it looks like it's really collapsed, so I don't think it goes very far. On our way out, we found one last little cabin. You can see here on that makeshift table, there's some bottles that have been placed up here. That old tin. And then looks like there's part of an exhaust back there. And over on this side, pile of pine cones. And we've got some bunk beds. But I don't think I would want to be sleeping on the top. We are continuing to make discoveries on these forgotten mountain roads. Let's get a closer look.